Hi, last video Karen talked about the dreaded PPS, the perfect product syndrome, and that feeling of overwhelm when trying to find that perfect product to sell. Well, we hear all the time that too much time is being spent on finding the product and less time making money. We hear that some can take up to a year to find the products that best suit them. As we previously discussed, fear plays a big role here. This is a series all in itself, and we will teach you and help you release the things that are holding you back from success. In this video, I'm going to discuss 3 main sourcing tips that will give you clarity in helping you find your perfect product. Now, the first thing is you have to know the difference between manufacturers and trading companies. So first we'll talk about manufacturers. A manufacturer is a factory, a plant, a facility where products are actually produced. These may not necessarily be certified, for example, ISO approved, ASTM standards, ROHR, FDA approved facilities and the products. However, in simple terms, these are the facilities and places where the products are produced. Not necessarily shipped from, but are produced. Trading companies. So trading companies, it is an independent person. It could be a person who belongs to a group of traders or a group of people who trade products for money. 95% of the time, they do not manufacture or are involved in the manufacturing of the product at all. A trading company is someone, again, or a company who searches around different places to find products from different sources to fulfill orders by vendors. Many of them give no protection, quality control. They may not even know much about the products, only from the whereabouts or who they're buying from. So they're basically, I would say, an independent rep, possibly. No consistency, no guarantees, almost like sometimes going to a flea market, buying a product from the person who's selling it there, and then you're on your own. So I speak with trading companies all the time, each and every day, and some of them are very proud. They say how they've sold millions of products to companies, but they know nothing about the products. So they don't even know the difference between AC and DC, and I don't mean the rock band. So it's very important to know the difference when you're buying from a trading company or a manufacturer. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the benefits and disadvantages of both. So when one goes on the hunt of seeking a physical product, they are recommended to go through a seller site like Alibaba. And I'll go into much greater detail on another video about Alibaba, what to look for and how to buy from the site. But Alibaba, like Amazon, is a vast resource for products. Amazon, of course, is selling products. On Alibaba, they're also selling products, but it's more of a directory of trading companies, manufacturers, and other places that will list products. So if we look at the advantages and disadvantages, a trader can sometimes supply you much smaller quantities or much smaller MOQs, minimum order quantities. And they can do this because they'll go around to different factories and find different places that have stock and will buy up the product. Now, if you do this, the trading companies will usually charge a higher fee for that product. So you have the advantage of a lower minimum order, but possibly a higher price. Now also, do you remember the old saying, factory direct, or buy factory direct pricing? Well, a factory doesn't have the middleman or the trader, so they have the ability to sell a product at a lower cost. If they have overstock or a well abundance of inventory and they want to sell it off, typically the MOQs or minimum order quantities will be higher from a factory, but sometimes you can catch them different times of the year where they will sell off the product at much lower minimums. In later videos, we'll actually teach you the questions to ask, the details to look for, and what to search for, regions and countries of the best place to choose your physical product. So what online site should I be sourcing? Just as I mentioned, Alibaba has a huge buzz in the world, and it's a great resource for searching for your best physical product. Now, if you haven't seen on Alibaba, All the companies that list, some are manufacturers, some are trading companies, some are packaging companies, some are advertising companies who have the accessibility to see products and see what's hot, and they will list them. So again, you don't know where actually the product is coming from. And you also have freelance reps that will just host and list products to see the attention they will get because they want to test the market as well. So what you need to be aware of about this site is you really have no idea initially until you've built up that relationship where the products are coming from. And what may be true, a manufacturer, a trading company, a random factory, these are all what I sometimes call product posers. They'll just launch a product to see the reaction they get from people. So finding a true manufacturer is not as easy as it seems. And even on this site, as great it is, and I recommend everyone for going to Alibaba to look at products, it can be confusing and overwhelming. Now, Google is a great resource for quick sourcing and searching of products. You have many, many manufacturers, you have wholesalers, you have overstock companies that will list products, liquidators that want to get rid of top names and sell them at very low cost, iPhone cases that you can buy for $1, Beats earphones that will sell for $5 to $10 that are listed on Amazon for as much as $100. So there are many resources that you can utilize on Google. eBay is kind of the grandfather of online selling. It's also a great resource to now look at as well because many manufacturers will list overstock as well on these sites, clearance items that may have a mislabel or the packaging has changed for them and they can't sell it in the retail community or to the big box chain, so they'll sell it on eBay at a very low cost. Even many companies in China these days will list products on eBay at very, very low cost, and the MOQs are very small. You can buy one at a time. So it's not always about sourcing in China. We can find great deals in the USA and Canada, and we will show you in later videos of what to look for. So these are just a few ideas, but we will go into great detail for all these resources and tools and what to look for to choose your best physical product. Now, do I need to source overseas? I get this question all the time. Is it cheaper to source overseas? Well, really, when people say overseas, what they think of is China. But these days, with the rapid global expansion and the world getting smaller, trade and commerce much more streamlined, there's India, Vietnam, Taiwan, Cambodia, the Philippines. These are just a few countries that I have worked with that are getting on the bandwagon of e-commerce and exporting to companies like you. Sri Lanka is one of the largest manufacturers of Victoria's Secret's clothes, and there are many other similar micro factories that have come up in that same area that are eager to do business with low MOQs with companies like yourself. South America, Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, these all have growing manufacturing centers that are eager to do business and get their products out into the world. Countries that fall under the Free Trade Act, so the products you import are duty-free. Now, there's a savings right there, and US Customs likes to see importers doing business with these countries. So summarizing some of the tips I've just mentioned, some of you have no product and are in the sourcing stages. Some of you already have a product and either want to add a product or the product you picked is just not as profitable as you thought. And that's all great. You need to keep in mind that this is a way when you're choosing your physical products that it may change and you have to adapt. One day the product may be hot, the next day it's not. One day your profit margins are higher, the next day they're not. So always sourcing the best physical products for your company we will help you with. Here is my advice for those who are still looking for their first physical product. Find a product on sale, liquidated, clearance, on eBay, even a local large chain store, big box store that is looking to sell this product at a very low cost. If you can buy it for a great price, you're ahead of the game. Take into account all the Amazon fees and shipping fees, and then see what your profit margins will be. You can check instantly. Think of it these days. We have the luxury of walking around a big box store with our iPhone, with an iPad, looking at products, checking the price that they're selling off at, and then you can instantly go on Amazon and see what it's being sold. That's great. You have instant access to see what your profits are going to be. So buy 1 or 2, 5 or 10 of them. And then remember, the hardest part of business is starting. If you don't start the race, you will never finish. By posting just one item, you may only have a few, but that's all you need to get the experience and take you through the steps of getting your product launched online. So this way you get a feel for it. It's a great way to test the market of your new physical product with your new company. This way you get to see if this product is going to be a keeper, and then what other products from that you can also launch. This way you've invested low amounts of money with small quantities, and you'll see high profits. For those of you who are looking for more products, or you're just looking to change up a product, congratulations and welcome to the greatest import and sourcing way of doing business. You are doing the right thing. Sourcing and importing is something that needs to be ongoing so you can stay one step ahead. In our next video, I'll actually be taking you to one of the giant big box retailers where we'll show you what to look for, what questions to ask, what to seek out on your best physical product that can earn you huge profits. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.